Hey, what's up, Lee Tribe? So, RedBubble sent out an email. At least I got it last night. I don't know if everybody got it yesterday or not, but finally they are changing and updating our shop layouts, which I think is long overdue. I've always felt like the layout to the shop is very dated, like early 2000-ish, very clunky. And so with this new layout, they're doing some things that I think is going to be very, very helpful for our shops. So if you got this email, that means your shop is going to get upgraded early before the holiday shopping season, before Black Friday. And I do think it's going to help with the overall shopping experience because I am starting to get those Q4 sales. I'm starting to see my sales ramp up on RedBubble. In fact, I've already sold what I did last year at this time, and we're only halfway through the month. So that's always a good sign. I'm trending upward, and I think this is only going to help. So what they're doing is they're going to have a cleaner layout. I'm going to show you guys an example of an old design and a new design, a better shopping experience that looks better on mobile. The mobile view has always been horrible and clunky. Better filtering and product views, and then optimized for the search engines. I have something to say about optimized for the search engines at the end. I think some people, I'll just save that for the end because I'm going to start rambling. So this is the old design. And if you scroll, you can see that there's only 3 columns. Now I'm on a desktop, so it obviously might look different depending on the size of your monitor or whatever, but typically you'll see 3 columns, and this is how the old shop looked. So with the new layout, you can instantly see this shop is on the new layout because you see 5 columns. Which I like a lot better. Now let's look at the mobile difference. So on the left side here, you can see, look, with this account, this is how it looks on mobile. So you have the header, the person's username, their, profile, stat data, message, follow, all this stuff. And then finally down here, you get to the designs. I always thought that it was ridiculous how much you had to scroll to get to the designs. So on the right side here, you can see the new layout. So you see the username, and then the images start higher up. And then you can also filter by different things like best-selling and all that. So it's much, much cleaner. Now, one of the things that I also like about the new shop is you no longer have to click the image to favorite it. You can favorite it right from the shop page as indicated by the heart right there. So if you look at the old design, you would have to click it and then you would favorite it from this page. So it's just less clicks to favorite your art. And I would imagine favorites do sort of help your designs with the algorithm a little bit. Obviously, sales matter more, but I think it's good that they've made it easier to favorite the designs. Now, they mentioned in the email that these pages are optimized for search engines, but they didn't really go into detail about what that means. My guess is that with a cleaner layout, less clutter, that's always going to be helpful for search engine optimization. When you have cleaner code, it's less for the engines to have to weed through to see what's on the page. But I also think it's very important for people to understand that search engine optimization and getting traffic to your site on Google is not just about your titles and your descriptions. I mean, yes, that's where you start. You always want to describe your designs using keywords that people would search for. But what also determines how well your products rank, not just on RedBubble, but any print on demand, also has a lot to do with the individual site's reputation with Google. So every website, doesn't matter how popular, doesn't matter how not popular it is, it has a reputation score with Google.com. And what largely determines that score is links pointing back to the site. So the more popular that site is as a whole, typically the better the products will rank on Google. So for example, if you type in sun sticker on Google Images, if you scroll through here, you notice you see a lot of RedBubble links. I see a lot of Etsy, I see a lot of RedBubble, I see a lot of Zazzle, which is not surprising because these sites have, great reputations with Google. Right? So that is the number one determining factor. So anything else that we control, such as title, description, yes, that definitely helps. But what's more important is the website's overall reputation. But it's never going to hurt if you clean up the code, if you put the most important stuff at the top of the site, that's always going to help. So I'm assuming that's probably what they mean by optimized for the search engines. Another tip for Q4, especially if you're selling regularly on RedBubble. Now that Q4 is upon us, everybody's going to be buying more things, buying gifts. RedBubble rolled out a ton of new products this year. So make sure you go into your best sellers and make sure you've enabled all the new products on those designs because they're not going to enable it for you. And I would imagine socks are probably going to do very well this fourth quarter because socks are great stocking stuffers. So make sure socks are enabled on your best-selling designs. Make sure all the new products are enabled. I know if you have a lot of products, it's going to take a long time to go through each design you have, but that's why I always tell people to start with your best sellers and make sure you have enabled all those new products, because I think that's going to be helpful for Q4 as well. So if you haven't gotten the new layout, they said it's definitely coming to everybody, but they're rolling it out to, I guess, the most active sellers right now. And then, as time goes on, they'll slowly upgrade everyone else. But they did say this was based on extensive testing. They looked at what types of pages on the shop get the most views. And in this case, they said it's the shop page. So this is the page here that they wanted to focus on the most because this is what brings in the sales. So they're trying to optimize the pages that get the most views, which is smart. I mean, that's always going to help us as creators. So way to go, RedBubble. I would like to see a couple of other things happen, but this is a start. Now we're maybe into 2009 and 10 instead of 2001. So anyway, thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll talk to you later.